How's everyone doing this Tuesday afternoon? It's all fresh and well. Welcome to the deadline stream for hashtag Game Week 30. Did you all enjoy your international break? Of course. Keep those likes coming as well. Of course, don't forget to log in your teams by 6:15 this evening. Just to remind you, of course. And of course, yeah, just to let you know, Arteta's been sacked of Arsenal. No, he hasn't. April Fools. No, the Arsenal manager hasn't been sacked. Yeah. So there's my team at the moment. Of course, I only had one free transfer. Of course, I actually made two. So I've taken me first -4 point hit of the season, which I take it. So in goal, Alisson. Defense, Gabriel, Wan-Bissaka, Nunes. Midfields are Rodgers, Mbeumo, Palmer, my vice captain Salah, his international teammate Manouche, and Isak. My subs are Flecken, Nunes, Castagna, and Pavlyuchenko. Oh, God. Duffy, how are you? Are you well? Yeah, so the transfers that I made, I got Manouche, a place of Raul Jimenez, I think. And the other one I got Isak, a place of Watkins. That's the -4. We are beating Chelsea 9-0. I don't think it'll be 9-0. I think it'll be a tight game on Friday. Why is your comments haven't worked? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? They're working fine. Course. Who? It is Ballardi. No, it's Trevor Ballardi. Course, what do you call it? There's three games tonight. 6 tomorrow and one on Thursday. Manouche or Salah captain? Question mark. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one this week for captaincy. Like Manouche has got Leicester home, and Salah has a Merseyside derby against Everton at home. It's a tough one. Probably Liverpool will be the fresher, but so Everton. Of course. Before the international break, I want to say well done to Newcastle for winning the Carabao Cup. Before the international break, so congratulations to Newcastle United, and commiserations to Liverpool. But I think you would definitely win the Premier League. Yeah, so don't worry about Liverpool fans, because on the day it was Newcastle's day, and to be fair, as I saw the stats, it was all Newcastle, which I hate to say. Yeah. Yeah, of course. My goalkeeper. Just to let you know, they're checking one more time on Alisson. I hope he's okay to play tomorrow. If he's not okay, I will have to do a flecking. But we will see. Of course. Probably my bench this week. I might not get that many points from players on the bench, because I don't know how many game weeks I've had players on the bench that have cost me points this season. I don't know how many weeks in a row, like. Start Nunes, bro. I think he cooks, but if he doesn't cook it, I say there's rumours that he's not starting. That's no joke. I think he'd be on the bench against Everton. Say starting would be probably Diaz. Bush.
See if you could save on your energy, broadband, mobile, and more.
He's live now. Let's Talk FPL.
Life is precious, and protecting your loved ones.
I think he's playing his wild card. I'm not.
You can ensure 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the Forest game's table bonus, and it's at home, so I quite like Emery. If you want to go for three Palace players. I wildcard Saka over Palmer, so I reverse it. I don't know, do you want Palmer or Saka? Front four, be Alex Scott number 10, Utara off the left, Semenyo on the right, and everything else up front. I guess so. Presumably Brooks will play though somewhere. And I would guess the front four will be some combination of Semenyo, Evan Nielsen, Brooks, and Utara. Prioritise Sarr over Mateta and Kessie could get minutes.
Course. There was rumours to the team news that
Sarr can miss out, but I think Mateta.
Justin Kluivert might not be starting for Bournemouth tomorrow.
If I could afford it, I Correa, Martinez, Gabriel, Munoz, Honda, Livramento, Salah, Foden, Saka, Murphy, Sarr, Mateta, Martin.
Disrespect to the United players.
You're probably not
We're
gonna build a
doing
bad wild card because essentially if
Forest
you're
tonight
doubles in 33,
and
there's a
City
certain amount of teams, therefore there's only a certain
Sunday.
amount of players. So anyone-
I think tonight.
Alisson or Kepa, probably
To be
Kepa.
to be fair, we've nothing to play for the league. United.
If you've not got a free hit, maybe Alisson.
I think Forest will still beat us tonight.
Good money saving.
I know they played what do you call it 120 minutes at the weekend,
There's attacking.
but United are just not good enough this year.
It does take some set pieces though.
They're not good enough.
Transfer out Clivert for who or start Alanga.
So don't really care where we finish in the league.
Right, you could transfer out Clivert for a Crystal Palace.
We want to concentrate on
Nobody's talking about Floyd.
the Europa League.
Most of us just can't afford him.
Yeah, it's a risk, I know.
Like he's going. It's probably this one.
But
Eze
the team that have nothing to play for are the same boat as us
probably not that much.
or Tottenham.
And money always matters.
They've nothing to play for, so they're concentrating on the Europa League as well. So they're the same boat as us.
Foden over Palmer not getting talked about. Do you really think Foden?
Because if who wins the Europa League goes into the Champions League,
What's
That's the
better
prize.
about Foden than Palmer?
that's the prize.
Bearing in mind, most people with Palmer are going to switch to Saka. So what's better about Foden 30 to 32?
Up the balls. No, I think down the balls.
I'm actually a little bit
You
torn
you,
on that.
you,
I'm
you,
not
you,
quite
you,
sure.
you need to get rid of Reynolds.
João Pedro
And now, if you don't get rid of Reynolds,
and he's got a better fixture in 32, but Leicester at home.
I won't be surprised if you be bottom of the league by next week.
Better than what João Pedro's got.
That could possibly happen.
And also, there is a chance that Bournemouth could double later on, whereas João Pedro has no chance. But
You
that
still
double happens. It's not
playing
it's
ball.
like 7 games
Maybe.
to play. So does that really matter? I think it's a really close call.
That's if St. Mary rooms are stuck for players on match day to give them a hand
Clivert out Semenyo. I wouldn't go Semenyo.
because I can't play for the over 35s until July anyway,
If you haven't got Sarr. If you've got Sarr,
and I'm still a St. Mary rooms player to the end of the season.
20 minutes in the cup. Rodgers,
But of course,
I wouldn't go Asensio. I don't think
if they have 14 players on match day,
Rodgers probably okay.
I won't be up. But if they only have like 12
Yellows, I'd avoid him. Murphy, if you haven't got 3 new
and give them a handout, that would be 13.
Start Saka or bench for Murphy.
That'd be 13.
Honestly, I think if I
But does it really matter? Cause I would only last probably about
because I want to get Watkins and Rodgers probably
20 to 15 minutes.
I got no idea. Well, I think it's going to be a close game, but I don't think my picks are.
Yeah. You don't put 9-0 again. I saw that already. I know what you're up to.
If you had the cash, would you go for Mateta Semenyo over Sarr, Evan Nilsson?
Yeah. There. Oh God.
No, I don't think so. I don't really want Semenyo. I think you sacrifice
Abuse.
Murphy to have Palmer. The thing is, William. Who else?
I
Let's
wouldn't
say I've got another 2 million to spend. Who'd you go for?
waste
Williams?
me time.
Murphy, fair enough. You go to Gordon, but
Your part
why is no one considering bench for his 32 free hit?
up your prime,
I mean, what's the
Francis.
benefits of doing
You
that?
need to.
Would be my question back to you.
Well, I have retired, but I could be out of retirement because of if St. Mary rooms are stuck for players on match day, I have to give them a hand. If they're stuck for players, and I'm still St. Mary rooms player until the end of the season. Even though I did retire, but that's if St. Mary rooms are stuck for players on match day. If they have 14 players, they be fine. So
Yeah, I think Joe Pedro's a good pick. And
I thought I was going to play for what do you call it, the over 35. So of course my transfer didn't come through. So and I'm already on FVI Connect, so I have to wait until July to make me debut for the over 35s. Because they're the rules. If I'm already signed for a team that was with earlier the season,
If Kluivert's not, if he's a doubt, he'd probably be out of the squad completely, I would hope. And then Rodgers would just come on. City father,
Yeah.
Man City semi-final match, roughly 28th of April. Match might be brought to midweek 14th of May.
you should
I couldn't
get
tell you that for
your.
sure.
No, I'm not coaching material. If I'm honest with you,
Forest got to the final.
No.
Match might be brought forward. They didn't even guarantee it. So
coaching bad. No, that's not going to happen.
the same, we just don't know. I think you can probably assume it will, but also Man City might lose.
And take over. No, not take it over. Would you stop?
He's available. That's about it, really. I don't have free hit, but I've got triple captain and bench boost. When do you think I should use my wild card? If your team looks pretty good at the moment and you can cope with 30,
your comments are
working.
They're working fine. They're working fine. Working fine. I just don't check on them.
Started recording videos again. I kind of like. I like the. What's the word?
You can you read?
Once I have an international I
my comments. I'm not perfect. But who is like?
Why don't you take Edison
Who
and
is?
Raya and go for Gabriel and Saliba? I think Raya and Vardio is better than Edison and Saliba. I don't think there's much debate about that. What about Asensio? On the
Should
right side? No one's
I
saying
get?
I just don't know.
Oh, would you stop at Akinfenwa? He's retired.
I think week to
Oh,
week,
would you
he's
stop?
wondering if he's going to start. I suspect he will start, but he doesn't.
Akinfenwa's retired. Don't put Akinfenwa. Don't put any ex-players. Again, they've retired. Are you able to read my comments? You just put it down. Don't put that chain up again.
He's still a pretty good long-term pick. If you've got a decent bench, I think it's okay to sell him.
Should I sign Dan? I don't know. I don't know that name. Don't know that name.
Must have been pretty early.
But he's not in the fancy thoughts anyway. Never heard of that name. Haaland out for 2. He's there was rumours that he was out for 5 to 7 weeks. That's what I heard from the scout on Team News about an hour and a half ago.
I don't have any options on the bench and wondered. I don't have any options on the bench and wondered if I should take a hit to bring in Isak as Clive.
Why in your lives, bro?
Hit. I mean, to be honest,
Saying your comments not working. They're working. Comments is working. Would you stop?
There's never a number to give for that. Like, how many
They are working now. It was last season.
Not on wild card, but we should take a hit to trade out Clive. I've got better.
Should I bring in Luke McCauley?
Hit to not play better. No, I think I would just play Clive. And you once again mentioned
He's not in the fancy thoughts of the fancy Premier League.
but it's
Sorry.
gonna be well, it's definitely Newcastle, Palace, Dublin 32, and then probably
Um,
Villa double.
should
33.
Manu
Terrible this season.
bring back? No, it's not going to happen.
City defenders are on
He's left United. Haaland is fit to. No, he's not. He's injured.
He got brought off at half. He was on a yellow card, I think.
He's out for
half time.
5 to 7 weeks.
And he brought on is it O'Reilly, I think, left back.
He
At 5 million,
should
I'm not sure I would risk it
come
now.
back.
Ruben Diaz at 5.
He would being out. Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
Necessarily needed, because if I'm not bench boosting though, I only need
United got rid of him because of the troubles off the pitch.
to have 3 City. Like,
Don't
hopefully,
your
hopefully,
team
if all
have
goes to plan,
at
the
Romania?
33 team will be Raya in goal.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say nothing. No, I'm not going to say nothing.
Salah, Saka, and Rogers midfield,
Um,
and then Watkins and Martinez.
he's not injured. He is injured. Would you stop?
Which
He is injured. Would you stop?
Sorry, which Man City player would be an improvement?
He got injured on Sunday.
And if the answer is Foden, that's a lot more money. Why not 3 City? For the exact reason I just mentioned. Now, if you're
Should
Foden
I?
33 and you
No,
want
not Ratcliffe. Would you stop?
team, it's a bit different, but I'm probably gonna
Be
go
serious.
32.
I know it's April Fool's, but be serious. I know he nice.
Bench one, Bruno, Semenyo, Palmer, Semenyo against
Chap.
Palmer, I think you've got to play as well. So Bowen is. I want to say he's away to Wolves. Yeah, away to Wolves. I'd play.
Have
Fernandes
you
probably
Warren?
bench Bowen? 7 million budget, already got 3
Warren?
Newcastle and 3 Palace after a new midfielder to replace Kluivert.
No comment.
Rodgers,
No comment.
maybe? He's not played this week.
Sitting
Sorry, but
in
it's not Palace or Newcastle.
Jew watching your live.
Right now, Mitoma got Leicester in 32.
Oh, of course. Just to let you know, double game week 32. Crystal Palace have a double game week, and so do Newcastle.
Which man do we fancy for the final?
Who else have another double game week? Palace actually have back-to-back double game weeks.
And I can't go and work
As I said, they have a double game week in 32 and 33.
figure it out later.
Because they're still the FA Cup.
To use your assistant manager there.
Who else has a double game week? Man City have a double game week in 33. Aston Villa have a double game week in 33.
Do not know who to use it on 35.
We don't know about Nottingham Forest
Obviously, there will be options.
because their game against
Again, just don't need
Brentford's on a Monday night that week.
Start Murphy or João Pedro for me. Like 100%. Any benefit choosing Timber over Gabriel to save money? Well,
Sunderland
saving money
have-
is useful, but I think you just go Gabriel.
Sunderland are not in the Premier League. They're in the Championship.
I wouldn't have Clive
You
on
stop.
the card. Thoughts on Doku?
All right, but Artie, how are you, Mr. Hanky?
That's a good point, actually. I don't know if
Late this afternoon.
if anyone has noticed this, but it's a midweek game week, but not every game is on TV. So the only one
Yeah.
is Forest Man United.
When the game week's never on TV, it kind of be on. What is it? Is it Prime or Premier Sports? Something like that. But I don't really watch.
Say that banking
I don't really watch them.
is going to be key. Yes.
Luton Town
Got another double
is
to
getting
deal with later on.
no. I'm not too sure. I think they're concentrating on surviving in the Championship.
But I just, I don't think need to back against Salah. 100%, I would have gone.
They got promoted.
If Haaland was fit, I would have backed against Salah. I'm not sure if I'm willing to do it.
At
with Haaland,
triple.
but if it is Leicester,
There's no triple game
there's a
week.
little part of me-
It's double game week.
But like, would I be doing it?
I think there's about three more double game weeks left.
It's almost like I forgot
Dundalk.
would be-
Don't even mention about Dundalk. They're in the first division.
I love how.
Showgoers and Bohemians
I can't
is
believe I'm
coming up
asking questions.
to-
Why would you pick
That would never happen.
How can people ask you that? Like,
That would never happen.
I think you would get Forest Leagues.
It's
I would not.
not Premiership, Premier Division.
It did not sound like he was going to be close to being ready for game 30.
Course. What do you call it? Rovers are going to have a double game week.
That will get leaked, so.
What is it? Not this week. The following game week.
Game 30 with all
I think it's hashtag game week 9 or something.
Well, it depends how your team looks next week, probably wildcard 31, 3, 33 or 30.
Bradley. No, I don't think he would ever leave Roberts. Well, will happen, but when he's ready, like
it looks great right now.
because I think he still wants to look after his family. That's the most important thing.
And also he's listed as midfielder.
Would
Savinho and Mateta,
you
Eze and Evan Nilsson
do
bench boost
would
33.
to Manouche
I mean,
for
specifically
a
for the
minus
bench
8?
boost 33, Savinho and Mateta,
There's rumours that he could be a doubt. Would
and you hope Savinho starts both.
for a minus 8, I think it'd be too much.
Gorav, I think I pronounced the first time wrong. Planning to do Isak, Palmer, Murphy to Watkins, Saka, Rodgers. Yeah, I think that's moves everyone's going to be looking at. Honestly, the fixtures for the
The fixtures.
injury to Harden has just made things so boring.
Yeah.
So the plan to do Isak, Palmer to Murphy to Watkins, Saka, Rodgers, exactly the same as my plan.
Exactly the same.
I don't think it's a massive issue to have.
I don't think it's a massive issue.
I think it's okay. Like you've got Mateta or I've got Evan Nilsson. Like that's absolutely fine.
Stop playing
Why Palmer?
Sim 2.
Why Bruno over Palmer? Honestly, apart from the fact he's
And
scored 17
answer
goals last
to-
season, what makes you think that Bruno is the better option?
Out chats.
Stumbled on a wildcard draft that gives me 12 doubles plus triple.
Coming
Leicester on
for you, but Hardy.
loving life. Nice.
We see. Did
I mean,
you
who's
do
that?
your
That's
junior
obviously
cert?
Salah.
No. I was at a special school.
Fit by them, but it's a bit risky. I'm a little bit tempted.
No, I didn't do English.
I might do it.
Well,
Keep
just literacy.
keep
That's
Harry
all.
Bruno or buy Ray and Sarr or Eze. Ray and Sarr is better longer term, yeah. Because you've got the extra doubles. Like Bruno won't double. Got Palmer and Kluivert starting.
Mr. Bernardi, are you playing
I mean, we haven't had a press conference, right? So it might be that tomorrow.
that weekend?
Rest
It depends how many players
I'm hoping he'll be fine. I don't think you need to transfer both of them.
that the team have. It depends if they have enough players. If they have enough players, like 14, I won't be available. It depends. But it's April now. Players will be coming back. Hopefully,
Like, I would definitely. Like, I'd probably change.
they should be coming back, and
He's even got in game week 34. Don't know if it's good or not. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's Brentford, isn't it?
please,
Yeah,
Mr.
anyway,
Bernardi,
I'd probably make sure that, like, that cheap defender spot, Nico Williams,
arriving
is a good player for
from
34.
Cork.
I'd probably be less likely to sell my Newcastle.
You're not from Cork.
I'm 34.
Just to see you play.
Wildcard this week ready for the doubles. Have free.
That would ever happen.
Is there any of the news to change potential plans? Not really. I mean, your free hit's almost certainly going to be used in 34.
Should I play one Masaka? Oh, that's a tough one. Probably tackle return. I would go for one Masaka, but Gabriel has potential to score from headers and an odd match. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I have them both. It's a tough one.
Gordon to Murphy and Martinez Kepa working to upgrade Foden.
I say one Masaka. Just, but not betraying him.
Starting 11, please. You need to show me your team.
Pablo Gabriel would be a clean sheet.
Pretty obvious, no? Who I would bench. I think the first 11 basically picks itself. Should be fairly obvious from that draft you see on the screen which 4 players are getting benched, right? give you a clue. It's not Gabriel, my defenders, playing Leicester or Southampton.
Yeah, I say the two matches this week that are home and away bankers. Home bankers definitely Man City against Leicester. Sorry, Leicester. And the other one is Southampton, Crystal Palace, and that's away banker. Because
he could do really well against Ipswich.
Southampton would be bad, very very bad.
Which keepers keep options open for bench boost 32 or 33?
But to be fair, Southampton know they have nothing to play for now because they're only playing for pride.
Southampton away in 32 and then a double in 33.
Is that? It is indeed. It is indeed.
Brentford at home in a double in 33.
I got Ketia, Isak, and Manouche up top. I say.
I'm probably just going to leave it. I genuinely don't know where the upgrades are. Like, there's no one to go from Evan Nielsen.
I think the problem for my team this week would be hopefully Alisson plays, and I hope Palmer plays on Thursday. Because I think that press conference should tell you Tottenham is tomorrow. Because they don't play until Thursday. I have Bonnie Blue top. What? That's definitely an Abra Fool's joke. That's definitely an Abra Fool's joke.
So it'll be Canate against West Ham at home in 32. It's okay. Like, you don't have to spend all the money, I guess. You can save it for later. There's always something that might be needed later on. Disasi, like in terms of price.
Disasi. Oh, he's on loan from Chelsea, isn't he? Disasi.
Mikalenko, Clive at Palmer, which will start? I mean, Mikalenko will probably start. Palmer will probably start. Clive, I'm less sure about. Omar, 27.
Yeah, Clivert.
If I would play 2 out of these 4, who do I choose?
No, Forest defenders. No. No, unfortunately not, Adam. Unfortunately not. To be fair, Adam, they might not have a double. Forest.
Why Livramento over Burn? Burn's on 8 yellow cards.
Oh, wow.
Burn's that much more attacking either. It's a close
Dan Burn has 8 yellow cards.
Absolutely fine.
So if he picks up 2 more, he'd be suspended for 2 matches.
Watkins Sarr or Mateta Rogers? Probably Mateta Rogers right now. Start Ray Orange.
Probably Mateta Rogers. I'm definitely keeping Rogers because he's got a double.
Why no Mateta?
In 33.
Like this is my Mateta draft.
God, I wish I should have kept my
This is my
Chuba captain.
draft. I just think there's too many.
But unfortunately, I don't have one.
Like Verbruggen and
Next year, I'll definitely keep it until the very end. Next year,
Nico Williams is not that much different, to be honest with you. Then it's trusting that Savinho will play.
God, Lewis Duncan's 4.9.
The thing is,
Oh, sorry.
Savinho and Mateta
No, 4.2. Sorry,
to do Murphy to Rogers.
4.2 million is Lewis Dunk.
Instead of Dunk or Martinez instead of Verbruggen.
That's crazy. 4.2.
It's just annoying. So I think I'm just going to go without Mateta and absolutely hate it.
Yeah. Mateta could punish your rank, but
Savinho versus Evan Nielsen.
it's other people. It's other people.
My hope is.
Will Kleiber play? There's rumours he could be
Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen as much.
he could be on the bench.
I can see Mateta getting subbed after his hat trick against Southampton. I could go back to no Munoz. I did have drafts with Mateta, Sarr, and
Munoz.
but I got to be honest with you. At this point, it's so long since I it's so long since I built one of those drafts. I can't even remember what it would really look like right
It
now.
will really look like right now.
I guess we put Palmer in.
Palmer,
Eze would obviously go in.
Eze,
Munoz would go.
Munoz will go.
Murphy, I suppose, here.
Minter,
Let's have a look.
Jacob Murphy.
And 13.4 million for 4 more defenders. It's not great.
It's not great.
I guess it's dumped Konza,
Updates on Wood.
someone else, like Broggan or something.
I don't think he'll be starting tonight.
4.8, so I could just go cat or something. That's like triple attack. I just don't like it. It's fine.
It's fine.
I quite like this draft. The only player I'm missing is Matata. And if now, if you're still worried about Marmouche, you probably just shouldn't be buying him. Would you have Trippier over Livermento Burn if money no issue? If money's
Who
legit never going to be a
won't
problem for you, then yes.
be
I really don't think it's
starting?
If you do sack of a
Wood,
plan with the extra
Wood,
Again,
and
not
Justin
really.
Kluivert.
If I do Palmer, no wait, hang on a second. Yeah, if I do Palmer to Saka, that's going to be. I don't want to play around with this. Should have played around with it on the other draft. I'm going to mess this up. 1.4 million is still not enough to go. Actually, hang on.
Hang on.
Hang on a second.
Oh,
If I go for Mateta,
if he goes for
I
Mateta,
would have to get rid of Eze. 6.3 million.
6.3 million.
This is the problem, right? So then I would go to Rodgers, probably. Shane Kluivert's not an option. So Rodgers, Saka, Mateta is based. I've got 0.8 in the bank. So Rodgers, Saka, Mateta is the same cost as Eze,
Yep, Salah.
Palmer.
He's fine.
Wilson. But then I'm playing Rodgers or Murphy this week.
Code FPL live
Instead of
in
playing Eze and Evan Nielsen, like
the
that just feels weird.
background.
Yeah, Sabinho, yeah.
Nunez.
That's good.
Yeah, I think he'll be
Yeah,
benched.
sorry. It would probably be Sabinho.
I think he'll be benched.
But then that's basically just this draft. That's just this draft.
Triple captain Mateta. Not this game week. I think I would say, but for the double,
And Broggan.
for double game week 32 or 33.
Yeah, triple
Are
triple
you-
captain, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
Nothing wrong with it. That's
No, I'm not a Liverpool fan. No.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to prefer this one because it's got Mateta, and everyone thinks that Mateta's essential. But I don't know. I kind of want to start with Palmer. Like, unless we get a leak that Saka's starting, there's no way.
Liverpool is the best team in the world. Definitely the Premier League, yes, but
If we do get a leak, then it gets more difficult.
overall, no.
Kluivert's a doubt. He's not
I think you'd be disappointed probably the Champions League and
the outlay. He's 6.7 million. He's not hardly.
the League Cup. Yous were outplayed.
Maybe an overdue question, but how do I check team value? Well, if you want to check your selling value, just untick every player. Basically.
My team is
Or
Sells,
If you want to just see what your team
Van
value
Dijk, Williams,
on the main pick my team page right at the bottom right.
and Nuri,
Click on the wild card, Raya, Capabado,
Got Wolves.
Rodriguez,
Semenyo, Sabinho,
that most people have got.
Kluivert,
Assistant manager, Crystal Palace.
Damian Salah,
33 at 34.
uh,
That's great.
Isak, Manouche, and Mateta.
Great.
It's not a bad team.
Mateta instead of Watkins and go
Probably my worry. Nottingham Forest might not get a clean sheet
if you wanted to.
against United, but
If you do-
Stranger Things too. Oh, by the way, Williams is not playing. Just to let you know.
Yeah,
Is he?
No players there.
I don't think Williams is playing. I think he's suspended.
Foden sacked 33. I guess the only thing to say is Foden will have a double that week, so it won't
I
be
think.
to take him out. Saka won't start from an Arsenal fan. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of white bread, but I also think Saka won't start.
Says Chris Wood is questionable.
Very
Oh, just to say he's suspended.
That is the case. I have Raya and Sales and goalkeeper on one base.
Did he play the weekend?
4.9 million. Should I downgrade Raya? No. Bring Cucurella? No. We'll go for a defender under 4.9. I don't trust Villa and Brighton's defence, so Conjuring don't go out the question for me.
Okay, check.
4.9 million. I mean, depends. What like Howson could be good, but it depends. Do you need them for bench boost in a particular week? Yeah, Howson could be quite nice. I'm trying to think who's under 4.9. Or a Newcastle defender if you don't already have triple up.
He is. He is playing. I thought he was suspended, but I apologise.
Risky on wildcard with PSG either side of Southampton. A little bit risky. I think I definitely prefer looking at
Yeah, so my problem would be the two that do first. Keeper and the defender. But Williams, if he does get a clean sheet, you have to open for tackle returns. West Ham fan.
I don't know if he's definitely going to.
April Fools. Very good. You think double game will be? Yeah, I think that's going to happen on 36.
0.2 million in the bank. So I could go dunk to Nico Williams.
Of course, if who gets to the FA Cup final? Of course, I think the FA Cup final.
Is Nico Williams actually better?
I think the FA Cup final is the 17th of May this year.
Instead of Munoz.
What's your plan for game week 36? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I only have two chips left.
Actually,
that's the wild card at the bench boost. That's all I have left. Reverend, yo to you too. Liverpool for the league. Yeah, this year, yes. How many points are they ahead? 12, is it? 12 with 9 games left. Mo Salah for captain. He is a good option, but is he the best option? I don't know. I don't know. My chips. Oh wow. So you know chips left. Oh wow.
Yeah. Less minutes than previously thanks to Ethan Wanieri. Ethan Wanieri can't even get into the team when Marino is playing number 9, so I'm not sure about that. He probably will have a few less minutes, but I think that's more because of the injury, not because of Wanieri.
Check out Salah's record against Everton.
Yeah, that draft's okay, I guess. I'd have to go.
Oh, you caught assist and a goal against Everton.
That's probably alright.
The 2-hour draw.
Dan Burn and Rodgers both on 8 yellow cards though. Then you've got 1, 2, Isak to Watkins 3. 4.
Oh, Nunes got assist in this match, in this fixture last season.
I just don't think I like it as much.
Salah got both goals while one of them was from the penalty.
And I'm playing Konza in the double. I'm playing Konza in the double game week 33 instead of Munoz then. I mean, Munoz is not great that week, but he's not awful. I just don't think I like the Mateta draft. It's just really reliant on Savinho. And Savinho could... There's part of me that thinks, well, Savinho's just a really nice punt. Stop worrying about it.
Savinho's just a really nice point. You... No.
I just think this draft is better. I do like Pope instead of Martinez.
Yeah, me as well, but I'm not going to get Pope just yet. Could be Could be double game week 32. Well, we see.
I think I would just save the money, honestly, for a rainy day. If you want to go Trippier, I wouldn't talk you out of it. Saka and Savinho or Foden and Eze. Probably Foden and Eze for now and then get Saka later. Jorgensen, Trent. Oh my god. House and
Jurgensen, Trent. Oh my god.
Gabriel, Rogers, Palmer, Salah, Semenyo, Iza, Watson, Beto. Bench boost 33, free hit 34, 2 free transfer. You got a wild card? Because if you have, I would wild card that. Otherwise, you probably start taking some hits, right? Like Trent needs to go. So
Yeah, Trent's not playing. He's injured.
Ready for 32. I guess preferably Palace if you're bench boosting 33. Jorgensen's not first choice goalkeeper, so he needs to go as well.
Jurgensen's not a first choice keeper.
Saka and Sevilla, I did that one. Thoughts on Hall to Minos for -4 or play Robinson instead, not on wild card?
I think I'm happy enough with that team.
-4, but if you're going to have to take a -4 at some point anyway, I would just get it done this week when he's playing Southampton. Eze and Timber or Sarr and Gabriel? Sarr and Gabriel. I think Timber could end up being a really good pick, but Ben White is just there. And if Ben White plays, Timber could play left back.
Yeah.
And maybe he just plays White and Lewis Skelly one week. I just think Gabriel, you take the security.
You can take the security.
Should we triple up on Man City versus Leicester?
Yeah, so I'm going to do this a bit early.
Not be tripled up on Man City versus Leicester when you're on a wild card, but it is kind of tricky to get that third Man City player. I mean, that's kind of where Slovenia comes in, right? I mean,
These are the most transferred in and out. And of course, the team news. As you can see, if you don't believe me, fair enough.
Instead of oh no, that's too much money. 5.9. Yeah. I thought I could get Slovenia if I can. And also, if I do that, who am I going to bench? This is the problem. Like, it's great to have 3 City, but then I've got a bench like.
Palmer's available. Just let you know.
It doesn't make any sense, does it? Yeah, it's not worth it.
Wood is a major doubt.
Stop fighting it. It's boring as hell, but just gonna have to go for it. Go for the very boring draft.
Boring draft.
It's just gonna look so similar. What's positive about holding your money and not spending? Again,
What's possible about holding your money?
Good place to spend 0.8.
Kate Mooney is very good. She is a dude. She is a dude.
What time's the deadline? 6:15 UK time.
People say, what time is the deadline?
Can't seem to let go of him. What would you advise him to do? I prefer Palmer to Bruno.
I prefer Palmer to Bruno.
Coaches aren't great. They're not terrible, but they're not great. Wildcard, Raya, Areola, Gabriel, Minos, 2.2 million short of this.
0.2 million short of this.
Out of all those. Someone else.
Forwarded somebody else.
I mean, you could just go boring like Fernandez or Mbermo, or just go all the way down to Sabino if you really want a Man City player. On wildcard, Gordon.
I wonder what position
Gordon, I think, if you can bench him.
Manu's just going to play next season. I think he's more better than playing in midfield in the game.
If you've got a lot of team value, the main difference is you've probably got Mateta.
But
He's not exactly
we will say thank you, owner. Thank you, owner. I appreciate it.
Who else have you got?
Kluivert or Sarr? Sarr, because Kluivert, as you can see, is questionable. He might not start for Bournemouth.
Like, I know Praz has pretty much got.
Um,
He's got Mateta instead of Vinicius.
do you have?
Foden somewhere in there as well as Palmer and Salah, but
No goes.
Mateta's the main one. I've said this a lot this year. He's the one player I'm worried about compared to like every other player. And it's just going to be a big swing somewhere. And it might
Tree.
I might be on the wrong side of it again. This is to Mateta for a -4.
Thank you for the Easter egg. Should have said that as well.
Fan transfers with this wildcard.
Um,
To Watkins and Murphy to Rogers and Palmer to Saka. Palace won't keep any clean sheets in the double game week. You could be right.
Yeah.
You're also
Yeah, I think people are right. Palace might not keep a clean sheet in the double game week. You're probably right. So, but I'm still going to keep
Considering
Munoz
Probably not. I have considered him, but I don't see me going there.
because he's got tackle
Saka,
returns.
Eze, defender, Gabriel, Kirkins, Barlio, attack, Mamushi, Zamateta, and goalkeeper, Raya, bench, Murphy, Livramento, Condomates.
Cotonates.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
How happy am I with my fantasy team this season so far? I'm not.
neither am I.
Okay.
Neither am I. I've been poor this year, as I said so many times. Chris Wood.
Why not take out Williams?
He's what do you call it? Major doubt, as you can see.
And also, I sold Kirkens. So I had money tied up in him and I sold him. So that's also going to be pretty annoying.
That's also going to be pretty annoying.
But yeah, I bench him this week. So I'm losing a bit of the value. Then it's 32 Fulham at home. 34 doesn't matter because I'm free hitting. So then he's coming back to Arsenal away, Villa at home, Man City away. Now he might double in 36.
So another one.
But, yeah.
On top is
I think for me,
what do you call it? The fancy challenge course. There's only midfielders and forwards. So 4 midfielders and 3 forwards
so okay, the conversation's pointless anyway.
this week.
Yeah. If I hadn't sold him, then I'd be able to afford him.
Then number 2 is the Super 6. As you can see, I think I've gone for a 3-0 Man City, 2-1 Newcastle. I think I've actually gone for a 2-1 Villa. 2-0 Bournemouth, 2-0 Palace, and 2-0 Liverpool. Do we think Saka starts? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, Chris. It's good to see him back, but I'm gonna say him no because I think he's been out. What is it? 3 months, and he needs to build up his fitness. If you're injured that long, you have to build up your fitness. And of course, around the corner, they got Real Madrid in the Champions League, and that's back next week. So I'm gonna say no.
Let's not pretend he's that will be on your bench. Max Rarry,
Did you score? No, I didn't score 6 goals. The team scored 6 goals against Albury. I didn't score 6.
Wolves at home. Not bad, I guess, yeah, for a single game week player. How good are Man United longer term, though?
And of course, finally is Sleeper. Don't forget to download Sleeper the app. It only takes about 15 to 30 seconds. You only have to bet win or draw. And of course, you can play Fancy One as well, which I don't do.
I don't know. Is the honest answer, I'm not sure.
Honest answer, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Probably one of the players that took first 5 in the penalty shootout, I guess.
You tell your manager.
But like most of the time, Gibbs White's going to be on the pitch.
I wish I could do that, but I can't. I can't.
If he's on the pitch.
I'm only with that team until the end of the season because I'm still with them until the end of the season. But of course, depends how many players that they have on match day. If they have 14 players, that's enough. That's enough for me.
It depends how many other benefits there are for saving.
Because I won't get
There's
on.
a bunch of other upgrades this week that I just wildcard this week. But also, if you haven't thought about it very much, maybe you should just take the -4. Why not Mateta over Nielsen? Because it's about 2 million more. I've got Haaland, Wood, and Clive at no transfers, no significant bench. Take a hit, roll, or what? I mean, that sounds like wildcard territory to me. Semenyo, Savinho, for transfer in.
Who you come down
probably
to
Savinho,
that
then
team
Rodgers, then
if
Semenyo.
we give
Can't run
you.
with Kluivert. Again, probably
I don't want the trial. Don't want the trial. Don't want the trial.
Madison is 100% going under the radar. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants Madison. Like he hasn't started 3 of the last 4 games. I'm on wildcard. Who to replace with Clive at the same price?
Because I'm still signed with St. Mary's
Rodgers. Is it okay
until the end of the season.
I would definitely play Palmer over playing 4 at the back.
Because I played with him during the year.
Play Kirkers against Ipswich at home because I have to bench one of Gabriel Vardy or Munoz. Also Bruno Fernandes. He's okay to keep. I wouldn't buy him.
No, I won't buy him either.
I had to go with Carlo and Sells. My team is in great shape for this. When else?
We need at over 35s. You guarantee to play maximum 15 minutes. Not until July. Not until July. Not until July.
Does the wildcard transfer roll?
Because I can't register until July.
The wildcard, you have as many transfers as you had at the time you wildcarded, if that makes sense. So if you had 2, then you wildcarded, you'll have 2 the week after.
Can't register until July.
Am I worried about being stuck with a 5 million second goalkeeper?
Because I was going to play with them in the first half of the season and I'm not allowed.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like I've got goalkeepers wrong. I'm not fully confident that Martinez is the right pick.
We can register
Like, I'm really
you
not.
under.
Um,
No, that would be cheating.
I wonder if
That would be cheating.
He's 32. He's got Fulham at home.
Can't do that.
And then
You
he
can't
gets
do that.
later on. No, I don't see me going Sells.
Can't do that.
I think if I'm going to swap Martinez, I want to go cheaper. Yeah, Henderson
It's
would
cheating.
have to get rid of Munoz. And I'm not sure I want to do that. Areola is better because he might double. Yeah, Areola might double in 36. But for Areola to double, you need Forest to beat Man City in the FA Cup, which could happen.
We do.
But that's what you need to happen.
So
The thing is, if
The
you go
time.
Areola, that pushes you to bench boost 33, not 34. Sorry, not 32. So then I've got to change other players as well, and I'm just not convinced it's fully worth it. Like for this draft, let's just say I go, let me just go Areola. Then I would definitely go Conte, Nico Williams, because I'd want him for bench boost 33. And then, see, then I'm a bit stuck. Oh no, I've got three Newcastle. Can I afford to go with Teta then? No. Or can I? Probably not. I guess I could risk this.
would you be interested
Risky, though.
any
guarantee he's
ways in July? Well, not for the senior team.
probably not. Yeah,
No.
Sorry, yes. Then Savinho.
Not for the senior team.
So I could go something like that.
Thank you very much.
But that's the benefit of Areola, right? And then basically you do Palmer to Saka, Isak to Watkins, and then Murphy to Rodgers. And then your bench is
Over
Areola against Southampton,
for the
Lorenzo
over
against
35. Yeah.
Villa away, Cons a double game week, and Rodgers double game week. Like that kind of does work. That looks way better for the sake of one game of goalkeeper points. Yeah, kind of. I don't know if I want to bench boost 33 though. Feels risky. Hoping Cons as fit all that time. Probably be fine. I think that is basically the draft I was talking about on Twitter that Praz has. Apart from he's got
We
Foden instead of Savinho.
won the
Madness.
3 leagues last 3 years.
That's how much team value
I
is.
say.
Yeah, just Savinho. Like the thing is, Man City have got plenty of ways they can set up.
God, what time will I be leaving here at 6:05? 6:05. But most of the players left this season as visa expanded. It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. I wonder who James is putting as captain.
Enjoy a career that's built around you with a heavy vehicle mechanic apprenticeship with Bus Éireann and Dublin Bus. Lead the way in sustainable public transport, moving from fossil.
Stands out there, I think he's 1 year to Eze, mate. With Saka back, I'm not sure how much use he's going to be to you.
Oh, he's putting Manouche as captain, is he? Let's check.
I think it's that from first and foremost. Mike H says, "Hi James, wild card, third Palace player dilemma. Eze and Evan Nilsson on Mateta and Elanga. The former would also let you get over yet.
But in terms of the choices there, it's Mateta and Elanga, I think, for me. Elanga could be another one that's really good for bench boost 32, possibly Everton at home. CMP says, "Hi James, have Palmer and Cliver in my 11. Wood on bench as first sub. Is it worth a -4 to move Wood to Mateta and play over Cliver?"
CMP says, "Hi James, have Palmer and Cliver in my 11. Wood on bench as first sub. Is it worth a -4 to move Wood to Mateta and play over Cliver? Plan to play
I'll
2
send
32,
you
3
a
33 World Cup 34,
message on
4 35.
TikTok.
Yeah, I would get it done, mate. I'll be
Anyway,
Palmer,
with
I'd be really
the
surprised
details.
if I- As far as we're aware, I know he's still flagged, but as far as we're aware,
What about
we think he rejoined training.
Mateta in
He's
attack?
not come out to
Yeah, he's good option this week.
Long-term issue, he only missed 1 game, so I felt, to be honest, I'm surprised Palmer's still flagged.
Yeah, so who's James has gone first?
Hi, James. With Clive at a doubt, I'd have
Top
to
10
stand
captains.
Do I go -4 to get in Marmouche or Watkins for Haaland? Or Savinho for Clive?
Salah number 1, Manouche number 2, Isak number 3, Palmer number 4, Mateta number 5, Eze number 6, Sarr number 7, Evan Nilsson number 8, Foden number 9, and Savinho number 10. The scores, he's gone for 2-1 Arsenal, 1-3 Wolves or West Ham. He's gone for 1-0 Forest against United, 3-1 Bournemouth, 1-3 Brighton and Villa, 3-0 Man City, 3-2 Newcastle. He's gone for 3-2 Newcastle against Brentford. Wow.
For me, are absolute givens on any wild card, irrespective of strategy. That's the front 3 that I've got, and Mo Salah. With Haaland absent, there is no point fighting that.
3-0 Palace away at Southampton, 3-1 Liverpool, and 2-0 Chelsea against the team that he supports, Tottenham.
Force those 2 in with Salah. I'm not sure. I'm not keen on Foden as an option. I haven't
No.
for around about 6 months now, personally.
Foden's been poor from his standards this year.
Bench boost 32 or 33.
He really has.
All ships remain except the assistant manager. My preference is 32. Ultimately, either way, you're going to bench boost with single game week players. I think the single game week fixtures are better in 32 than 33.
32, 33.
My preference, if I was wildcarding now, truthfully, I would be setting up to bench boost in 32. Gavin Richardson.
Wow.
Both options are very viable. Gavin Richardson says, listen to both Chip podcasts. My head hurts afterwards. Me too.
My head hurts afterwards.
It's like me, 3 hit wildcard bench boost left. All I know is I want to know when the fixtures are getting rearranged first. Agree?
That's very true. The fixtures getting rearranged.
It'd be good
For the last double, I think.
It might be within the next hour, guys. I wouldn't rule it out, but I think it would be Friday. Is the most likely date. Truthfully.
Wow.
I would be absolutely amazed if we didn't have confirmed information on game week 33 at least. We might not have the Forest Brentford confirmation.
We could have the Brentford Forest confirmation. We will see.
I can only say to you that I am confident, but not certain.
Confident but not certain.
Palace and City Villa games will go into 33. Tia says, since Cliver is a doubt, which combo do you like for 30, 31 and bench boost 32? Mateta and Mitoma, or João Pedro and Eze. Mitoma can also be Elanga, Minto, Rogers. I think maybe have a little bit of preference.
Just
for
give
Elanga over Mitoma,
us
because
a
the price
follow,
might offer you something else.
so I can send you a message about
if you were to go against
that
one
team
of
in July.
feels like every wild card's got that front.
I don't know about that. It won't be for the seniors for me. Not for me.
They don't mind.
Not for me.
That would be the way to go, particularly with his Rutter injury news, right? Like, it's opened up. He's on pens. The fixture in 32 is incredible. If you're bench boosting with João Pedro on your bench in 32, that's great, right? And you could make the play maybe to go Isak to Marmoush in 33, maybe, for example. You're free in 34. Isak back in. Isak's fixture's 35.
Oh Jesus! He put the wrong deadline to James.
Ways around it. I actually on that.
Should have put. Well, of course, the times changed the course forward.
I would still want Mateta to be one of my Palace 3, ultimately.
If
I'm gonna
you
still edge for,
add
if it were
me,
making
I'll
that decision,
send you
truthfully, I'm going Mateta Mitoma, but I don't mind the João Pedro.
a detail.
If you have a preference for it. Right,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
No bench can still afford future moves. No from me, my friend, but I'm not high on Foden. Look,
I'm not high on Foden.
-4 Kluivert to Foden, and Kluivert might start tomorrow night. Foden might not. As far as we're aware, with Justin Kluivert, he's not injured. We believe that he's probably
James just said about Justin Kluivert. He's not injured.
Issue, right? I.e., he was very fatigued at the end of the game. His recovery hasn't been great from Sunday.
His recovery hasn't been great.
There's a chance, right, that Bournemouth players were going to be rested for this game. Always a chance because of the 3-day turnaround from the City quarter final.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be that surprised. I'm not. Foden, mate. You want to punt it, punt it. You want to punt Savinho, punt it. You want to punt Kevin De Bruyne, punt it. For me,
If you want to point Savinho, punt it. If you want to point Kevin De Bruyne, punt it.
And if I felt confident once I got to game week 33, I would have the third. Tommy Gonzo says, would you bench boost this, Sar?
Would you bench boost this, sir?
Fuck me. Nico Williams, Jacob Murphy. It would need a -4. Bumo Beto to Murphy Mateta. I also need Kluivert to play. Now, I think as well, truthfully, if you've got Kluivert, bench boost is off the table. That's where you're at. I'd be confident still bench boosting with Palmer. I wouldn't be confident bench boosting with Kluivert.
No.
Unfortunately, if he doesn't play for Wolves defence, I mean, they keep loads of clean sheets, don't they? It will look better this week than most.
It will look better this week than most.
XYZ says, is with the best private replacement on wildcard, keeping in mind bench boost.
Both clubs agreed.
Already have 3 Palace.
We
and
can
other
do
options for
a
Elanga,
transfer
Rogers,
for
Saka.
you.
I think the preference on that for you specifically
Mid-window.
would be Elanga. I throw a caveat to that. I don't think Minter will start.
Not mid window.
He would be the
Not
best
mid-win-
go-to option.
Not mid window.
But I think Anthony Elanga, this adapted new position, although I have seen a rumoured Forest lineup that would potentially suggest he may be back wide tonight. Just something I've seen speculated. Not confirmed. I would go Elanga from that. City will be without Haaland, and also 3 games this week. United only 1 loss in last 9 in all comps. Whoop! Look at United, banging form, aren't they? If you're going to go Amorim, why not just go Amorim for the 3 weeks? Bonus every game. Forest away, City home, Newcastle away. Consider it. If your confidence in United is that high.
No.
Personally, I don't like it. It feels to me like you want a free hit 33. I'm not truthfully a fan of that either, as per the podcast this morning. I think I looked at a wild card now and into free hit 33, and it doesn't look much different to other wild cards.
What other wild cards?
I'm not hugely keen. It's like you want to use the free hit in 33, therefore it's forcing in the assistant manager usage now. I understand that.
I understand that.
Amorim probably is the best choice. There's a case to say just take your 10 points from Guardiola and move on. Actually, it's probably more likely in the bank. I'm pretty sure Rob T, who's got the algorithm, had Guardiola as the highest projected this week, even factoring obviously bonus.
Would you be interested in playing
I
for
would be tempted to do just that. And also, truthfully, I'd be tempted just to go Eddie Howe.
Treaty
Just go Eddie Howe, Brentford home, Leicester away, double game.
Donna May
I want to do that than make another transfer.
over 35s in July.
I don't think United's going to Forest tonight. Yes, Forest don't have Wood, but I think the rest of the team will still be available.
Go on to Kingswood.
But I think the
Kingswood.
high. The way they play physically isn't exacting on them as it's say for Bournemouth, right? I realise they played an extra half hour, but you know Forest will be really happy to give up possession. They're not going to go and press crazy like Bournemouth do. So I think stylistically they'll be alright. Dan Marston says, hi James, I'm following bench this week. Kepa, Kusinov, Enzo, Castagne. What's your thoughts on a hit to get Vardy off for Castagne to bench boost? It then means I can navigate 32, 33, better plan into wildcard 34. You're absolutely certain that Kusinov...
You're absolutely certain?
Again, we really should not rule out the possibility of Manchester City rotating a defence that is light on
A defence.
or Leicester at home. I've got O'Reilly predicted start tonight, a potential best rest for Ruben Diaz. That can easily be a potential rest for Vardy or Kusinov, in my opinion, instead. So no from me, mate. Sam says, hi, James.
No from me, mate.
You know Talibo is nailed to cover game week 37. Or is there a better defender under 4.2 to cover game week 37 specifically?
Specifically.
I really wouldn't be thinking about game week 37 that much at the moment, mate. Better 4.2 or under to cover that specifically. I mean, the thing is, right, if Forest get to the cup final, they might not even play in that week, mate. Do you realise that, right? There's every chance the game would get brought forward to game week 36. So there's a big over thing. And to answer your question...
No.
The only one of the centre-backs I'd say is an absolute lock at the moment is Max Kilman.
Max Kilman.
I would say Todibo is part of that strongest three, as it is at the moment. But no, I wouldn't go in there, mate.
No.
Gavin Richardson says, if he who shall not be named bought out Chicken, would you stop going, smash a light yell and have a great week? I largely stopped going to Chicken anyway, mate, because you've got to be there like 2.5 hours before kick-off to have a queue that's less than half hour. Love the place though, highly recommended.
Love the place, highly recommended.
The wild card at the moment at 50k, so just copy FPL Harry's team. Yeah. Spot on, mate. Whatever Harry's doing, copy it. You won't go wrong, mate. Template though. Right, H, lots of love, hope you're well. Joe Pickles says, hi mate, on wildcard 30 triple cap.
I'm not going to say what position I play.
Do you like bench boost 32?
I'm not.
Would you like it as much if you had the same chips that I do? Just think Isak is the best triple captain left. Also got Edison and Raya in current wildcard draft. Totally accept that and agree with you that Isak is the best triple captain. He's also the best. So it wouldn't be a priority to me.
So would it be a priority? Go back to James.
There's no question this is a totally authentic...
Oh God, I only got about, what is it?
And family.
30 minutes.
Outside the gates is where the cows are.
30 minutes.
Being a nutritionist...
Of course, I want to say, other fancy managers, I want to wish you the best of luck at, who are still in the fancy cup. It's coming to them. That stage now. Keep going. You've done very well to keep the. You've done very well to get the spare. Of course.
James Lloyd said, "Evening, James. Wildcard 31. Thinking Clive to Saar. Would you do Visser to Marmouche or Mateta?"
And of course, the best look at your
Thanks as always.
mini cups as well.
Look, yeah, again, and I'll sell it like this. We're just discussing this
As well.
Some advanced
I wish I was. I wish.
6 or 7 good assets.
I wish I was.
Including Glasner, if you still got the assistant manager left. There are only 2 Manchester City players that I'm interested in. So if it's a priority of one or the other, I actually at this moment probably prefer Marmouche. Because you could
Poor
still
Manouche.
have Munoz or Henderson, or say for Glasner still have Eze and Munoz or Henderson in goal, or even I quite like Macquarie as an enabling option even. So arguably the priority there
Arguably the priority.
as long as you're going to get to the complement of Palace players anyway. Milan Rizavi says, "Hello James, hope you're well." I am, thank you mate, hope you are too. My forwards are Visser, Watkins and Isak. Should I sell Visser and Watkins to Marmouche and Mateta, or get Marmouche and sell Rogers for Eze? I would... Just trying to work out which forward stays then.
Trying to think which forward stays.
I'll go to 2 forwards. Christopher Ross says, "Hey James, I want a Foden and Bowen wildcard draft. I've got the option to replace Bowen with Saka. I downgrade Gabriel to Timber." I don't like that. Guardiola to Cusco.
Gabriel to Timber. I don't like that.
Worth, not at this moment in time, mate. Might be in 33. Don't like them downgrades, mate. Noah Smith says, "Hi James, hope you're doing well. Bench one of Bowen, Bruno and Bruno Fernandes. You will find all 3 of those players on the bench in dilemmas, and you probably won't like that my answer is Bruno Fernandes." Tanky says, "Dam's gone to Savio, since I think Sarr could be rotated versus
Sarr could be rotated.
Injury doubt means I can bench him." There isn't a question there, Tanky, so I'm just going to say good luck. Murphy says,
Just gonna say good luck.
With 1 free transfer, enough to bring wildcard ahead from 31 now. I've had a draft since Haaland's injury Sunday, but Cliver may settle it. If you're going to be struggling and taking like -8s and shit anyway, then yeah, I would. If you know you're going to wildcard 31,
If you knew you were going to wildcard 31,
playing a bench boost 32, you know the kind of lay of the land anyway. Understand the risk involved with.
understand the risk involved.
Yeah, to 32, if the fixture schedule doesn't go as we anticipate, would be the advice. But I think I can't see your whole team, Murphy, but yeah, I would probably just go now, mate. Kofican says, "Hi James, great vid earlier. Sure did help a lot on wildcard. Thank you, mate. In summary, go for bench boost 33 since mainly
Go for bench boost 33.
If something happens in terms of programming." My
Who
preference
do you
would be to aim
think
for bench boost 33.
is the best striker?
With aiming for bench boost 33, I think it's close. It comes down to
That's playing tonight. It's
It's
only three Premier League games tonight.
only
3 Premier League games tonight. Probably I would pick Manouche, Mateta,
I would be aiming for 32, mate.
and Isak.
Echo Joe says, "Hi James, we're already
Isak.
thinking Woods, Mateta and plan on wildcard next week. Is it worth taking a -4 Holland to Marmouche or just playing Finko?" I'd say that hit, mate. Yeah, all day long, mate.
All day long.
TS, start Murphy or Mitoma? Gosh, that's close.
God, that is close.
There's nothing wrong with aiming for bench boost 33. I think it's close. It comes down to I prefer the single game week options to play in 32 than 33 ultimately, and we're not going to get a full team of dub. Murphy. Just about.
I mean,
Dango or transfer him out for Eze, wildcard next week.
out of the games tonight,
Roshan says, "Hey James,
who
well, mate, who's the
should
most nails
I
defender for Southampton in game week 31?
use up front?"
fine to bet on Gordon being
Oh
fit.
God, oh
The
God.
comments today, I think, were encouraging.
Tonight.
Sometimes we should take the comments on face value. So I think you'll be alright for.
It's not that many options up front tonight.
That's like advantageous.
Really, is it?
To train on Saturday. That's fine, and I think he would play. Nailed Spurs defender. Right, I can't answer this question. Thursday night.
Manouche or
Based on my
Mateta.
team for game week.
both of them are good options this week.
Fixture against Chelsea. The answer is probably Destiny's of it.
If I was to go for, I would have to go for Manouche.
Put him in now, let me tell you, that is madness. Also, Tottenham aren't keeping a clean sheet against Southampton, mate. Don't keep a clean sheet against anybody.
No.
Okay? Let's go with that. It's every chance that the most likely Tottenham player to play on Thursday and Sunday would be Christian Romero. Frederick Hertz is taking a -4 for Haaland to Marmoush and Salah in for who? Kluivert, Semenyo, Savinho, Gibbs, White, Bowen, also with 33 in.
Thanks. Have a good
I mean, you've gone Savinho for a reason, haven't you?
good day, mate.
This one, 33.
Thanks.
I don't really want to cut Kluivert and that. You could still go Kluivert to something else in 33. Mike Lanning, I want to go Kluivert to Rashford. Like.
I want to go Kluivert or Rashford.
Alex Trimble, my friend, says, hey James, hope you're having a great week, mate. Bit of an oddball benching, darling. Would you prefer to play Pedro Neto against your lot with no Van der Ven or Canati in a feisty Merseyside derby? Why is Van der Ven not playing, mate? Don't drop bombshells on me, mate.
Why is Van der Ven not playing? Drop bombshells? Don't drop bombshells. Wexford is a good spot.
They don't really. Please don't hate Alex. It's the best. As far as I know, Alex.
I've never been to Wexford, I don't think.
So, I mean, I would still probably play Neto over Canато. I think, based on my predictions anyway, mate. So, yeah, I would go Neto. But Alex has now got me searching for Tottenham news. Semi-automated offside technology will be introduced.
Semi-automated offside technology.
Yay!
Yay! Poor Haaland, that is correct.
Khalid Skaney says, hello James. Would you
That is
prefer
correct.
Jankovic over Nuri? Marmoush or Mateta captain. Marmoush of the two would be my preference.
Manouche.
Milenkovic over Nuri. Amanda Bergen says, hi James, is it worth a punt of Foden as a private replacement on wildcard now? Thanks. I'm not keen, Amanda, as I'm sure you probably already heard me say. Murphy says, also want to thank and commend you for typically excellent detailed content ownership season again, set to number. Thank you, Murphy, appreciate it.
Thank you, Murphy, appreciate it.
Sponsored by Reality, says hi James. Is it worth taking a minus for either Wood to Mateta, Robinson to a Palace defender, or Bumo to a Palace midfielder? Thank you.
Thank you.
Probably wouldn't go to Bumo to a Palace midfielder for a hit. Robinson ain't going to be huge use for you, so I think either it'll pay eventually. But priority would be Wood to Mateta for me, mate. Rick says, Wooden Jimenez out for Isak, Mateta for a -4. Wildcard
For a -4.
Banger if they play the City and Bournemouth cover. What's the question here, mate?
What's the question here, mate?
You looking for cover for them? Well, these are dangerous players to have, aren't they? Look, I've got both in my predicted lineup. I wouldn't stress about that. The -4's fine, mate. Bumpkin says,
Just so we're nearly 30 minutes to go till the deadline closes. So don't forget to lock in your teams. Make that very important decisions.
Strategy. I think for those of you without the bench boost, it's easier to hold Bournemouth players. If you are looking for a bench boost, 32 looks quite good. 33 feels Palace away doesn't.
Oh, Dylan didn't go loud, did he? Go back to
If
Andy.
you died tomorrow, what would happen to your family? Secure their financial future today with €200,000 of life insurance. And if you're between
I'd risk it with Tara at this stage. Best assistant manager. I think I'd go Unai Emery or Glasner unless anyone's got any other recommendations.
Any recommendations?
Is it a good thing having... Well, it depends when you're activating as well. Is it a good thing having both Edison and Raya for doubles coming up? I briefly considered Edison.
I briefly considered Ederson.
But I think if I go Edison, I'm skipping to bench boost 33. So it'd be something like this. This just feels.
I'm gonna.
Who does Evan Nilsson have in 33? Palace away, right? It just seems real stupid. And this player and Nico Williams would be Konza.
Nico Williams.
So again, it would be Palmer to Saka, Isak to Watkins, Jacob Murphy to Rodgers.
Gonna do my team.
I'd have I'd only have one single game week player on the bench, which would be Evan Nilsson. And just imagine if Ortega plays. It just feels like way too much money. Am I going heavy on Palace because you think they will do well next week? I'm going heavy on Palace because they've got probably 2 double game weeks coming up in Southampton this week. There's part of me that wants to go Edison, but I feel like I've not thought about it enough. And just bench boost 33. Is that really stupid? I feel like it's really stupid.
Ederson.
Edison's madness, I think.
Ederson's madness.
Who have I got? Edison and... Also, the other thing about going bench boost 33 is the
If you're ever going to
confirmed, at least in 30
bench boost 33,
yeah, exactly. That is worth remembering. We're building this team based on doubles that are not confirmed. Like, it's absolutely possible that they just don't fall how we want.
it is
them to fall.
absolutely possible.
Keep that in the back of your mind.
Back in your mind.
Hang on. Has Rob T put up his let's have a look. What's the clean sheet odds this week for Man City? 46%, 50% for Arsenal. Have I ever played Minecraft?
Have I overplayed Minecraft?
Played it. Not really. Let me. Edison.
Ederson.
Surely I just want to keep open a Man
H.
City spot.
Hey. How are you?
This is the part where This is the part where I kind of wish I wasn't streaming, so I can just have
Half wish I wasn't streaming.
5 minutes look at exactly what it's going to be over the next few weeks. The other problem with bench, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Going like 32 bench, 33 bench weeks. You have a
Team
bench in 32,
for tonight.
which won't feel great.
Raya.
Like I basically
Van Dijk, is it?
Edison against Palace at home,
Kirkes,
Edison against Fulham at home, Condor against
Milankovic,
Fulham, Bardell against Palace.
Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Foden, Trossard,
I'm not sure how good that feels.
Wiesa,
Bench boost in 30,
Pedro,
pretty.
and Isak. It's not a bad team. It's not a bad team.
Just having a quick look at it here. Good old Bukayo Saka. Hang on, it would still have.
Oh, who's ahead of the
It
table?
would still only be 2 double game week players though. It would just be Konza and Edison with Livramento and Evan Nielsen. I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it.
Manusha.
Semenyo and Mateta or Eze and Evan Nielsen and white. Eze and Evan Nielsen. Semenyo's on 9 yellows. I wouldn't risk it. Saka and Konza versus Parma and
Oh, Semenyo's on 9 yellows.
31.
I won't risk it.
I mean, I haven't thought about free hit 31, 32 at all. Long term, probably Saka and Konza. Thoughts? Ray, Gabriel, Minoz, Vardy.
Thoughts?
Yeah, again, all looks great. You've got lots of the players that everyone's looking at. You really can't go wrong with most wildcard picks this week.
You really can't go wrong with wildcard picks.
I'm not getting Edison. I kind of decided I'm not getting Edison.
Wow.
Did I have Martinez before? I can't even remember now.
Oh, God. Can't even remember.
Is a -4 worth it if wildcarding next week gives White and Wood to Marmoush and Saar? Well, it is if it makes your team better, but I guess you've got to question whether you should wildcard instead. But it's a bit late to be thinking about wildcarding, I would say. Foden, Evan Nielsen, or Savinho and Watkins? Probably Savinho and Watkins. Careful of any team leaks this April Fool's. True.
April Fool's true.
Menyo, who will I captain? Salah or Marmoush, I think. Bench one. Murphy, definitely. 100%. Bench headache, start 8 Nuri or Nico Williams. Probably 8 Nuri. Start Clive or Utara. Trippier over Livramento with money, no issue. Sure, but money could become an issue down the line. What are the best picks for captain? I mean, Salah exists, right? So it's probably just Salah. Would you start Clive or Howson?
Ooh.
I guess I'd go Howson in that case.
Houston in that case.
Why is April Fool's even a thing? I don't know, and I'm going to sound like a grumpy old man.
A grumpy old man?
It's one of the most tedious days of the year because everyone puts out terrible jokes which are not funny. Because to be a good April Fool's, you should not know it's an April Fool's. Whereas every time someone you think, yeah, okay, there's another really rubbish joke.
Another really rubbish joke.
Like it's just so boring. I am just a grumpy old man, so.
I am just a grumpy old man.
But yeah, it's just someone it's just a bunch of people putting out a load of rubbish which no one believes. It's like, that's great. It's really great. Thanks for that joke. Like, dad jokes are better than April Fool's jokes. April Fool's is anti-comedy. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
That's a good way of putting it.
Like, I've not seen a single April Fool's today that I thought was funny.
Wow.
It's like, it's just a load of rubbish that you know is not true. I did see someone, shout out to TMD in Discord, someone's dentist emailed them and said you've got free dental treatment for a year, and then said only joking, it's April.
Only joking.
Which is just insane.
It is.
Someone said Saka confirmed. Saka confirmed what?
Saka.
Saka confirmed in the squad. Saka confirmed to start. What's the
Wow. Saka could be confirmed to start.
I've got a wild card. Probably shouldn't be complaining about April Fools.
Probably shouldn't confirm about April Fools.
You can't have 11 players. I can with a free hit, yeah? Rate my wildcard. Raya, Areola, Gabriel, Minoz, Gabriel, Livra, Bento, Konza. Yeah, it looks great. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Why not?
Why not?
Who's the best 4.3 million defender on wildcard? Is it Zazi? Probably not. Lewis Dunk if your bench boost in 32. 6.8 million midfielder that isn't Palace or Newcastle. Savinho maybe. Start Henderson or Ray.
Savinho maybe.
Or Minoz. Ray or Minoz, I think. Pick one of Dunk, Van Heck, Howson, wildcard 30, bench boost 32. Van Heck for the safety, Dunk for the value.
Van Heck for the safety.
With my chia batter in April Fools. No, really nice. Turkey, brie, cranberry, decent. Remove Milenkovic.
Cranberry decent.
Probably okay for bench boost in 33. Who is the best 10.2 million midfielder selling in Burmo? Who is the best 10.2 million midfielders selling in Burmo? Or 10.2? Saka, probably. Saka is walking, amazing. I'd hope so if he's in consideration for.
Saka's walking, that's amazing.
I've got to go to the loo. I'm not going to make it to the deadline.
Oh wow.
I'm back in 2
Oh, he's back in 2 secs. Is Andy. I'll be heading off in 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Hello. What's up, everyone? My name is Chair. Welcome back. This toilet breaks April Fool's. Absolutely not.
April Fools. Absolutely not.
Okay. Foden and Saka or Savinho and Palmer. Foden and Saka probably, longer term. Maybe not great this week. Start Sales and Milenkovic or Verbruggen and Bruno Fernandes. Verbruggen is home to Villa. Sales is home. Probably Sales and Bruno. If that makes sense. Would you bench Palmer?
That makes sense.
Cliver for Visser. I'd maybe bench Cliver for Visser, but not Palmer, no. One of Housen, no, definitely Housen. Play João Pedro or Palmer. Palmer, who's my vice captain? Whoever I don't captain out of Marmoush and Salah. Who's the... Oh, yeah, no. Do I wash my hands? Of course. Start Raya or Henderson? Probably Raya, I think. It's quite close, though. It feels weird benching someone that's playing Southampton, right? Would you do Palmer to Salah for -4? Probably not, no.
Probably not, no.
How would you say 2.8 million in your currency? I'd probably sell Palmer to someone cheaper. Seems the easiest route, most obvious. I really want to captain Marmoush just to make this boring. You pick, not boring.
Make this pick not boring.
Okay. I quite like Pope and Rodgers instead of. I quite like Pope and Rodgers instead of Martinez and Murphy. Will Rodgers definitely start against Southampton? The guy has started every single game so far.
The guy who started every single game.
He's on
Southampton.
Will Nick Pope get rotated? I don't think so.
No.
Rodgers plays 90 minutes quite a lot. Will he play against Southampton?
I'll be heading off in 5 minutes.
If I go for this,
Yeah, so of course, just to let you know, I'll be live on Saturday morning around 9 o'clock, or even 10 past, 9:15 on Saturday morning for hashtag
I guess you're saving a transfer. Right?
Game Week 31.
People not even sure if it's starting. It makes you wonder why people got him in the squad.
It's great to be back. It's great to be back.
Vitesse or Marmoush for a 1-week palm wildcard in 31. I mean, at this point, Vitesse is probably lower ownership. I think Marmoush is Leicester at home. Mitoma or Murphy? Probably Murphy. desires to use money elsewhere, he's starting. If he keeps starting, yeah, but I don't think there's a guarantee. You then have no double goalkeeper in 36. But I might not have a double goalkeeper in 36 if I go for Martinez. It's not a guarantee, right? Also, I would be doing Murphy to Rodgers in game week 33. So I'd use it if I go for Martinez. I might have a 36 goalkeeper, but I might not.
I might not.
I'm having to get Rodgers in 33 to use a transfer. Whereas this way, I've got Rodgers for 33, so I don't need to use a transfer. And then in 36, if there's a double game week goalkeeper again, I can just pick up whichever one I need. So
I'll be heading off in
I think
4 minutes, Emma. 4 minutes.
Rodgers will have a double in 33, we know. Hope I'm then selling to a double game week goalkeeper in 36, and I'm just picking the best one for my team.
I'm just picking the best one for my team.
Does that make sense?
Does that make
Whether
sense?
I go Martinez and Murphy or Pope and Rodgers, there's a transfer to be used. It's either used
There's a transfer to be used.
So I feel like it's better to set my team up pretty well for 33. Then Murphy will probably smash it.
Yeah.
Because Raya's really good outside of 36. He's pretty decent, right? So pick up the right goalkeeper, bench Raya. Because if I...
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm semi-tempted to go like this, honestly. I don't know if Con's the right pickup. I don't know if Con's the right player to have, though. No, I think he is.
I think he is.
Southampton away. Potential double. Even though it would be a pretty bad one. FPL community really needs Arsenal leakers. Yeah. Does it matter when in the week you activate the wild card? Well, if you want to chase team value.
If you want to chase team value,
Like, if you know you're going to wild card in 31, you should just do it straight out. Gordon Savino plus 0.7 or Murphy and Foden minus 0.7. Gordon Savino or Murphy and Foden. Probably Murphy and Foden. Liverpool predicted 2 goals, City 3 goals. Why not Marmoush captain? Yeah, but what if Salah scores the 2 goals and Marmoush scores none? Like, they're both good captains. Saka also has assist potential as well. Probably less so for Marmoush. Munoz or Mateta for third Palace. I mean, in isolation, I expect Mateta to score more points, but there's also quite a few forward options. It depends whether you like the defenders that are not Munoz. Valdemarson 3.9 instead of Martinez 5. Well, Martinez is kind of handy for later on, more so than Valdemarson, I would say. But if you don't have bench boost, sure. Why no one have Kirkez? Just other defenders being picked. Like, he's fine, but not, like,
he's
most
fine.
people got an Arsenal, City, and maybe a Palace defender this week. So you don't really even have space to play Kirkez. Wildcard 31, Harman to Marmoush. Do I also minus 4 for Foden? Probably not. I think at that point you probably should just wildcard, right? If I got Savino at this point, this would be bench boost 32. Yes, bench boost 32. So my bench in 32 would be Konza, Vardio, so Southampton away, Crystal Palace at home, Rodgers, I guess, and then Raya. I don't know, when I was out walking the dog earlier, I just suddenly thought that Pope and Rodgers is the same transfers as Martinez and Murphy. But I don't know. I don't know. It is ridiculous, right?
It is ridiculous.
The last couple of days, and I feel like I've never.
Yeah, so before I go, I want to say thank you for watching for 145 minutes as usual.
And I could spend another 2 days.
At least I was live for a bit longer this time than I was in the last deadline stream,
A draft.
of course.
I'm happy with.
So my time is up, so you got 10 minutes to do your team before the deadline runs out, and I want to say thank you for watching, and
Maybe that's a better position.
best of luck for hashtag game week 30, and I will see you for hashtag game week 31 on Saturday morning, and I hope your game week goes well, and thank you for watching, and stay safe as always. See you on Saturday. Bye bye.